The cover for this movie looks cool, but the actual movie, not really. It's pretty boring. The movie starts with these kids playing this game where you're like the killer and you're supposed to like kill the final person, I guess. Even though I don't think the game really makes sense. I don't think it's based off horror. It's just a weird, silly kids game. So it's not like they're, killing the final girl. But it's still weird. So one of the girls that counts to 100. She then, looks for everybody. And, like, the more people she finds, they get turned into killers. And then eventually there's only one left. They corner her near a window. And they're like, kill, we're gonna kill you. And apparently that's a part of the game, but it scares the shit out of her. And she falls out the window and dies. And they're like, oh, you don't want to go to jail, do you? And these are like little ass kids, too. And then they're like, well, then we can't tell anybody. And then they leave. So kind of like I Know What You Did Last Summer, but not as good. It's also kind of like Carrie in some ways. Well, we later find out that the kid that they apparently didn't like or something saw them kill her. Alex. We see him a few times in the movie. He literally doesn't have a major role, so it's not the biggest surprise that he's the killer, even though it looked like they were setting up one of the cops to be the killer. He shows up and he's like, hey, they caught the bad guy that we thought has been going around killing people. And just kind of like nervously scratches at his head. They also try and make you think it's this pervy janitor for whatever reason. And then he gets like kicked out of the movie when he comes in and he's like, oh, there's a killer on loose, and they assume he's drunk and they kick him out. And this is the last time we see him. There's also one person that gets killed in like a very unnecessarily brutal way who wasn't even a part of the killing. He was just simply dating one of the girls and wasn't a douchebag. Because there's this douchebag Drew that tries to court his girlfriend into having sex with him, even though she's not ready. But luckily he doesn't assault her, but he's still a complete asshole. Because he decides that, well, if you won't have sex with me, I'm going to go find someone else. And then we see him go find a girl and walk off with her, and that's the last time we see him. What a prick. And then she immediately gets killed after. And they have to show her boobs for some reason, because this is a horror movie, even though they're all supposed to be high schoolers. I always find that weird when horror movies do this shit. Don't make them high schoolers if you want to fucking do nudity. It's weird. Then one of the high schoolers is played by Jamie Lee Curtis for some reason. Who isn't, old. But she's definitely too old to be playing a high schooler. And she's one of the main characters. And there's also this one girl that just feels so stupid in the scene where she gets killed. She goes in the bathroom, someone follows her in, which is obviously the killer. But she doesn't know that, but the fucking person's going to the bathroom. It's a bathroom. You take a shit or you piss in there. And you know what she says to the person? Well, can I have some mascara? You think I'd fucking take mascara into the bathroom? just to take a shit or a piss? And why would you want mascara from someone in the bathroom? Like, one that's just such a weird thing to want in a weird place. And then she kind of gets mad that the person doesn't answer her. Like, you don't know them? That's a stranger? Let them go to the bathroom? Obviously, it's not actually a person going to the bathroom, but that's still such a weird thing to do since she just assumed it was someone going to the bathroom. And then the lights get turned off by the killer. They simply just flick the fucking switch in the bathroom. And she's like, what is that? Like she fucking heard a noise or something. It's so dumb. And then during her chase scene, she knocks down something in one of the classrooms and then screams, giving away her location. She doesn't get killed yet. Her sequence is very long. She gets killed in like a not very brutal way, because most the deaths in this movie aren't very brutal besides two of them. The douchebag of the movie gets his head chopped off who tries to sexually assault, well, I should say sexually harass a girl when he tries to have her kiss him after she's already stated that she doesn't even like him. And that's when Alex comes in and tries to beat him up. And this is what they kind of glaze over. They act like he's in the wrong for punching the dude in the face that tried to force himself on the girl and fucking tried to make her kiss him. It's weird. And he doesn't even defend himself. Because when he goes to the office, he's like, oh, I was just fooling around with this girl and then he hit me. And he's like, is this true? And then he's just quiet. It's weird. I didn't even talk about the dude that wasn't even a part of the whole thing that got killed. So he's not even a part of the thing. The girl he's dating gets killed because she was a part of the person's death from the beginning of the movie. And then eventually, like, he crashes off a cliff while fighting the dude. And the whole fucking car explodes and rolls. It's unnecessarily brutal for the poor dude that didn't even deserve it. And, like, his outfit's just kind of lame. The killer's is. It's just a black mask, black gloves, black shirt, black everything. It's just so dumb, in my opinion. Like, even Jason Voorhees' original outfit in Friday the 13th Part 2 is at least somewhat iconic. And they did a fucking pillowcase and overalls. But just wearing all black in this kind of goofy costume is kind of weird. He also kills like two of the people with a glass shard that he breaks a mirror in a random scene. And then eventually he just randomly starts using an axe. And that's what he uses for the rest of the movie. It's kind of weird. This movie spawned, from my knowledge, 3 sequels and a reboot, which is what I originally was going to watch until I found out that there was more of them. Because the reboot's on HBO. The rest of them are on Peacock. It's just really not that good of a movie.